Alright. Okay. Well, folks, I said 2 o'clock. And I'm on just a few minutes early. I figured I'd get on here. Now, I was not... I had a weird morning. For some reason, I thought my appointment was tomorrow morning. And I wasn't sure whether I'd be streaming tomorrow morning. I will get, hopefully, 2 more services on Long Island Railroad done tomorrow morning. We saw yesterday that they were going to be, one was like 45 minutes, the other one was like an hour or so. Another 2-hour stream, hopefully tomorrow morning. So I had my appointment was this morning. So I got done what I need to do. I don't know. I still might have to go out tomorrow, or I might have to go out Friday morning. Yeah, I thought everything was tomorrow on Thursday, my doctor's appointment and stuff. So I called in prescriptions to, for me to pick them up Thursday morning. Well, my appointment was today, so I gotta go back out and at least do that. Well, I don't have to. If my mom goes out, I just gotta give her the money to get my prescriptions. But anyway, I had thought I was not going anywhere today, and I was going to be quite busy tomorrow, and probably wasn't going to do any trains tomorrow, but we'll do trains tomorrow. I tried to do another stream yesterday, I think twice, and I ended up just deleting them. Tried to do a 2020 stream, kept crashing. So, and I was having issues yesterday, fooling around on 24 as well. So what I did is on 2020 I turned off multiplayer. Now here I have multiplayer turned on, but when I do group flights, we're in the Southeast Asia server, so I put it to that, and I'll leave multiplayer on, which doesn't normally work in career mode anyway. It doesn't matter. But the idea for when I do streams is, I'll do flights on 2020, and then 24 will just be career flights. Not that I can't set up flights in 24, but I'd like to diversify. I mean, I'm only streaming 3 different games, and I put a lot more into flight sim than I do train sim, and the EFB was giving me a problem yesterday trying to set up something, so and I was having kind of the same flight issues with 2020 and 24 yesterday. So I never did do a flight stream yesterday afternoon. But and I keep saying I'm conflicted whether I want to do streams or not. Because when people do come in, it's a lot for me to do. I'm playing, and I've explained this before, but I'm going to keep explaining. I have no vision in the left. I have 2400 in the right. So, playing a game where I have to constantly be paying attention to what's going on, and then trying to pay attention to chat, is not easy. I might just do lives and not pay attention to chat. That might be what I have to do. Unfortunately, I won't be able to talk to the people that come in and I want to build up the community. Um, these are getting a lot of rewatches or something because I'll see my previous broadcast and it's got views. YouTube, the YouTube side of things, when I export it, it's getting about, each video gets about what I expect to get out of all my subscribers or people that just find it. It's not a lot. And I don't have YouTube Studio. I don't know how long anybody's watching a video. I do know nobody thumbs up my videos. But I'm practically the only one that ever gives it a thumb up, so my videos aren't getting pushed as far as I know. I'm not in this to get real big. I am probably never gonna monetize because then it just brings on a whole new set of problems for me. I get paid by the government because I'm disabled, and if you claim that you're a business, then you have to do file taxes, or I don't even know if I'd have to file taxes based on the income I'd make off of Twitch and YouTube not being a whole lot. There's certain things you got to report if you make too much, or it's just a whole mess I never want to deal with. So it's just always going to be non-monetized. Maybe that's why I can't set up certain things on Twitch the proper way. Is because I don't want subscribers and all that. Anyway, is it 2 o'clock? Can I start ram? Yes, it is after 2. Just a second. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright. Sorry, I'm looking at a message from Nate Wolf. 49 on his Discord saying what's going on with, I don't know if I just went live and I'm gonna have to be doing something else. But hey, I'm already live. I'm not gonna get off here till I'm done. But I'm not sure. But yeah, he's messing with Roadcraft. Okay. Let's get into this. Career. Yes, I know we're pretty much doing the same flights, but that's what career mode is. But before I get started, I know we know, or you might not know, but we're going to do a first flight mission somewhere. We're going to do a ferry flight, a flight seeing, and maybe a rotorcraft transport, passenger transport. Maybe the rotorcraft. Alright. I gotta check specializations. What are we working on? See, this is why I gotta do planes first. That is skydiving. I really don't care about to unlock that. But what I need for light cargo transport, I need 4 more missions above 50%. And basically my rotorcraft mission when I do is just added income. Because I do not want to pursue any more of these. So, certifications. We have 3,000 credits. Yeah, 3,000 credits. And like I said, I'm not gonna do the night one till after I do that, so that's 10. So we're just building up money to get IFR certification. Because when you can change time of day, or do live weather, live time, oh, excuse me, then we can get the night rating. So I don't know if we'll get up to 10,000 credits today, probably not. But alright. Let's see now. And we've had cloudy weather practically everywhere. Okay, so we're not going there. We're going down here. And I don't know why you're laggy. Okay, let's minimize what we're looking at here. We want first flights only. And let's see, we've got, what does that say, 1190? Might be the highest one again for credits. And then I will go around and find one that gives, that's on the outer edge. Okay, so we got 1190 is the highest. So what do we have on the outer edge of our circles that might be an 1190? That's on 1120. Come on. Well, that's an 1190, but that's within the bubble. Let's see. Okay, we got one down here. That's an 1120. That's a 1050. That's that 900. Okay, so we don't actually have okay, what is this one? That's a flight around Seymour, Tennessee. This one is over Sevierville. This one is for Harriman. Okay. Okay, that. Let's see, do I want to do Harriman? These are all real quick, like 10-15 minute flights, so. Let's do Sevierville. Now, you would think eventually I'd run out of the 1190s, but you'd be wrong. Will they gain more credits? Maybe if I unlock different difficulty. I didn't even check what plane we're flying. Yeah, I didn't even check what plane this is. It's not a Cessna. What are we in? I think we're in a Draco. Does anything tell us? Yeah, see, it's a 1-star difficulty. I think you get more points with the higher difficulties. Wow. Mission criteria, 43. Okay, that's XP. That's not, I thought that was a mission bonus or something. Um, I think that's already fixed. Okay, so we're flying the Cessna 400 Cavalis. Okay, we've flown this before. I think last time. And I don't remember, but I think we didn't have such a smooth landing. Or I did. I can't remember. But we're leaving and taking off from the same leaving. Departure and arrival is from the same airfield here. Alright. I gotta make sure my volume on my phone is turned down. Oh. You know what? Oh well. It's not like I can watch someone stream while I'm streaming. I've tried it. It's not easy. I only do it if Nate was on so I can pay attention or try to pay attention to what's going on. Ah, here we are. I wish we had an option to not do this in every mission, but we don't. And actually, I couldn't find a way to turn this feature off. Or, yeah, I did turn it off for, I think I did for free flight. Alright, let's jump in here. Alright. Mixture 100. Throttle is at 0. Engine propellers at 100 because we don't want going backwards. Left fuel pump on. Where's the right fuel pump? Is there only the one fuel pump? Okay, here we go. Left alternator on. Battery 1 on. Bus tie is an on. Right alternator on. Battery 2 on. Avionics on. And we want strobe on, nav on, and taxi are on. Alright, let me get this down here. And I want this screen properly on. There we go.
You can send the
Like board passengers. Oh, storing some cargo, are you? I don't know what cargo you need for a round trip. Okay. Now, that's pedo. That's de-ice. That's the gear up. That's a port landing. Alright. De-ice, de-ice. Okay, left. Parking brake is still on. Magneto.
All set for a nice aerial adventure, pilot? Your guest today is Samantha. One of her colleagues came with her. We know them well here and wanted to treat them to a flight over their place for a while. Seatbelt fastened? Then you're all set. Let's go, Captain.
Look at that. We got started. Well, okay. Thank you for the first time chat. And, well, I gotta get these missions done. I can't keep paying attention to chat, guys.
86 Tango
Again,
November traffic.
vision with only one eye. I can't concentrate on.
Is taxiing to runway 6. 86 Tango
I gotta
November
concentrate
traffic.
on the gameplay.
'86 Tango November traffic. Maddie November Delta Yankee 451 tree. Taking off runway 6, south departure. 86 Tango November traffic.
Oh, we're taking straight off. So, we need to turn that off and turn the landing lights on. Okay, flaps 10 or 1. Okay, release the brakes. Full power. Yeah, well,
that's it. We're flying.
I was having trouble just staying on the runway. And again, I like to, I guess, quote-unquote cheat. Ooh, hit the mic on stuff again. God, you wouldn't know how many times I'm gonna do that. Probably gonna do it in every stream. I'm not used to having something sticking out, and I can't even see where the mic is. It's on my left, so it's out of sight. For me to not notice when I'm about to run and hit the mic on stuff. Alright, so we are going there. Doesn't look like we're making radio contact again. So
Relax, Samantha. You're gripping the seat so hard you're going to break your hand.
Oh, we do have two people with us. Of course, we got nasty weather. We're not actually going to see any type of actual weather until we unlock the IFR. So we'll see clouds, nasty looking clouds, but we won't be seeing any rain or anything.
I didn't expect it to be so overwhelming.
Yeah, I'm not gonna pay attention to followers and stuff anymore. It's a headache. And I'm not sure exactly what bots can and cannot put in messages. Like, I don't think they can use emojis. But I don't know. But I'm not gonna worry about it.
The office? Would be fun. Yeah, would be quite a flight.
I can't worry about it. Like I said, I got enough problems just figuring out, just playing the game. I want to capture my game footage, so, and I like doing the commentary part. And I don't know. Whoa.
Look, it's the spot we used for team building last year. Do you remember? Good old times.
Let's cut the throttle. Because I'm gonna have to drop quite a bit of speed here to get in the proper altitude to do our circuit over Sevierville. I can't tell you anything about Sevierville off the top of my head.
You must feel like the queen of the world when you fly over our beautiful region at sunset.
I think it's where Dollywood
Definitely need
is.
to try that someday.
But Dollywood could be in Gatlinburg for all now. I'm like I said, I'm not 100%, but I think it's up here in Sevierville.
Look, the streets here. Beautiful. It's amazing. I recognize everything down there.
Okay, I know we're in flat range. Well, maybe not. Okay, I'm in the proper altitude. Proper speed. Good, 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 good. Add a little bit of throttle.
Hey, look. I think it's your house over here. We could almost say, hello, everyone. I spotted it too. I had just enough time to take a pic. I'll send it over as a little keepsake. We're so lucky to do this together. I didn't imagine such a view. You really got us up close and personal. You know that movie where the wizard flies around on a giant eagle? This is
No,
like
I
that.
do not.
Except
I
the wizard
have
didn't wear
no
a
idea what that
seatbelt.
reference is to. And I've heard it more than once now, so, but still don't know. Alright. That was perfect circuit. Now if we can just get a landing above 50% smoothness, this will be a really successful flight for me. For some reason, I wonder if it's because of multiplayer turned on. But that shouldn't affect
I
this.
can't wait to tell
I haven't
everyone
had
back
to
home
radio
about this.
anybody. Usually you end up having the radio to know to give your position. But the last time we did career missions, I did not have multiplayer turned on. But again, this is single player. It shouldn't be affecting what's going on over here on career mode. Ah, here we go. The AI likes to put the engines into the red. I can't tell you anything that's going. Well, there's a
When we took
dam
over
right
Thunder,
there.
should have been a drum roll or something.
At least that's what it looks like, is a dam right there. Yeah, because there's higher water and then lower water. I don't know what the name of that dam is. All you say to that water is, damn it.
Back to reality, folks. Hey, did you enjoy it, Samantha? Ready for your next
Alright.
flight?
So exhilarating. What an amazing ride. Loved it.
86 Tango November traffic. Matty November Delta Yankee 451 tree. 2 miles southeast, 2,600 feet. Inbound to land, runway 6. 86 Tango November traffic.
Okay, we just did our join. And my aircraft. We got a teardrop.
What's that weird jolt?
Yeah.
Are we going down?
Okay. Yeah. Hopefully in a safe way. What I was trying to do, that was a real tight turn.
Still pretty bumpy.
Okay, flaps. I was trying to be careful with that throttling back. I didn't want us to go into reverse. Not just yet.
Eight 6 Tango November traffic. Maddie November Delta Yankee 451 tree is on final. Runway 6 to land. 8 6 Tango November traffic.
That wasn't a bump. Felt like the wing was coming off. This landing was savage. Is that the right word?
Great job setting everyone down even with risky conditions. Thanks, Captain.
Well, ooh. We missed a lot of points there. I don't know what's going on with this. It's at the bottom. I don't know what's going on with the radio. Anyway. Okay. We're not parking anywhere, huh? We're just putting the brakes on and shutting her down right here. Let's get flaps up. Risky conditions. I don't know how risky the conditions were. But we sure as hell did not get a 50% on that landing smoothness. But I didn't crash. And I kind of did a skid to slow us down there. Yeah, hard landing, undesignated landing area, because I was going too slow. I probably should have get, but I maintained my C average for myself. Alright. Alright. See, this is when you guys can chat. Well, before I start the next mission. So, we had 1190. And we're taking home 980 out of that. And we get a 2% bonus. We ranked up. Again, that's only needed for a certain thing. And 4,000. Okay. Now, let's hope we find us a decent priced, decent amount of credits to do our ferry flight. Okay, so see, that resets, and you'd have to change the filter again. Alright, so we're coming over here to... let's see. So, this, Germany... these three circles were all Germany, or ferry flight missions. This right here is all our Flight C missions so far. Okay, these look like they're not met. These have met. So we're gonna... I'm just zooming all the way out and filtering this. Specializations. We want ferry flights. Okay. There we go. That's as best as I can get for the 3 areas. Okay. So we got a 4100, 4220, 5260. Okay, 5260. Okay, and this is... I don't know if it's expanding our bubble at all, but it is with the Cirrus SR22T, and we're going from Echo Delta Whiskey November to Echo Delta Kilo Bravo. Plane repositioning to Lingen, or Lingen slash Angler, I think is where we're going to. Alright. I think we did the same ferry flight last time. Or not the same flight, but the same aircraft the last ferry flight. And it is, I didn't check the distance. Visual 79. Okay. Well, they're all going to be VFR, so that doesn't really matter. Alright, let's hope I can figure this out and put it under pilot control versus AI. So we don't get, if there's any damage to the aircraft, it's by my hand, not the AI's hand, and my hand. And then flight scene, well, we'll go down to that bottom there. Just a second, folks. Alright. Oh, I hit that sneeze button in the right time. Okay. So it's quite kind of... I don't know what time of day it set us for this mission. Again, I can't change the time of days, but let's remove our stuff we gotta remove. There we go, Chuck's removed. That removed. Remove pitot cover. There it is. Bend down. Pick it up. While we're bent down, we might as well cross under the wing. This looks like the Cessna 400. A little bit. Okay. We want fuel selector to... I guess that's fine. Fuel pump. We want... I don't know what we want. Mixture's already set to 100. Flaps are up. Oxygen is NA for now. See, I don't know what I need to be setting any of this for, but we have flight change, altitude select, vertical nav, altitude, okay. So we will be using that. Okay, I need captain's cover. Okay. Pull Okay. That's for the parachute. So we have access to that. I guess we need fuel pump prime. See, I don't know. I don't know what we need there. Let's put on what we need here, or at least put it in the on position. Battery on. On. Alternator. Alternator. Avionics. Nav lights. Beacon, or strobe. And avionics brightness up, glare shield up. Let's get this. Well, okay, I don't. I need to get this down to where I can read it. And I don't know what the next step is, so quick start.
Hi,
'Cause
it's
it'll just
Sabine, the maintenance manager.
Do what I didn't do.
Thanks for taking care of this ferry flight. The bird we've got to ferry back to Handler is this freshly tuned SR-22T. The owner's aircraft was in for maintenance, and now that it's fixed, he wants it flown back. He is already waiting for it. His name's Mr.
That is
Michael
alternate
Bauer.
air.
Fly safe, pilot.
Echo
Okay.
Delta Whiskey November traffic. Maddie Quebec Whiskey Yankee Fife 1-2 is taxiing to runway 2 tree. Echo Delta Whiskey November traffic.
Do we not have any taxi lights? I guess not. Okay. Yeah, how are we getting around this building? Ooh. Okay, let's not do any taxi speeding. Careful, don't hit the fence. Don't hit the building. We don't know what's solid or not solid right here, other than the vehicles we know are not solid. We have no wind, according to that windsock. I probably should have, auto-taxied. If it's going taxiing all the way to the end of the runway, and then turning around and taking off, I will not be doing that. And it is. Oh god, the whole short's all the way down there. And I can't radio to change it in a career mode. You have to do this. But I think the runway is on the... No, it looks like there's an actual asphalt runway to our right. But yeah. Okay. I might as well finish this taxi. But I gotta keep watching my my knots here, so we don't go over 20. I don't know what's considered speeding exactly, but I always try to stay under 20. No matter what aircraft I'm in. I think every aircraft under 20 knots is a safe guess. Although I am definitely wearing out the brakes. But I haven't put any throttle in. We are just rolling all on our own, on engine power alone. No thrust. I don't even know how long this flight said 45 minutes. So I am not sure what our climb altitude is supposed to be. I have yet figured out if there's a way to know what your cruise altitude is supposed to be on these missions before you start. It might be in the EFB. In fact, I'll check before we take off here. Okay, I put the... There we go. I want the parking brake on. God, I can't see the screen. We want... landing lights on. And... aircraft. No, wait, I don't want aircraft. I want this. And I want this. What's it say? 250. 250? Really? I don't believe that. Okay. Okay, so it has the information in. I'm gonna hit this find route. It probably changed it on us from what the game had set it to. And then we will send this to ATC and the avionics. Yeah, we're under VFR. Nothing to do with that. Okay. So, I need first gear of flaps.
Echo Delta Whiskey November traffic. Matty Quebec Whiskey Yankee Fife 1-2. Taking off runway 2 tree, south departure. Echo Delta Whiskey November traffic.
Alright, I need to stop here for a second. Heading 236. Turn that on. We want nav. Well, okay, so nav mode on. Flight director is already on. We'll put vertical nav on. And I don't know what else we need just yet. Alright. So.
Engaging autopilot.
Okay, nav mode is on. You know, sometimes I wonder whether nav node works or not.
Engaging autopilot.
Alright. Now. Nav mode on. Heading is on. Okay. I think we're good. I think the plane is under my control. We seem to be heading in the right direction. I don't see any problems with the only problem I see is why this is not working correctly. Huh. Maybe it is because of multiplayer. I don't know. Or maybe that's a change they've recently made. Okay, I don't need that on. We're flying by ourselves. I'm kind of so used to using the AI. Alright, so hopefully we don't have any stresses. Hopefully there's enough fuel. I am going to turn heading mode off now. Nav mode is still on. Sometimes nav mode will get us to where we need to go, but it doesn't follow these blue squares at all. Alright, so it was alright, so here's a waypoint which we can click on, or I just click on the map and I can remove from flight plan or go direct to. I am going to remove that waypoint. Will it let me? I don't know if it will let me. What can we mark that as? That's a departure. We can mark that as the arrival. Do we mark it as the arrival? There we go. I think that's what I could do there. And all of this is good to go still. Alright, I think we're good to go here. Let's see, and we could only carry 2 passengers in this plane. There's the compass. There's the cap handle. I have no idea what it actually, if it works in this game or not. We don't need the cabin lights on. I wonder if turning down glare shield does anything now. But not gonna mess with anything else. We are, I don't know why we're not on the like, I have no idea where the nav path is. Okay, what's our heading right now? We're at 163. What's our course? Is our course supposed to be 360? We're at 163. What's south? 180? Is the green arrow where we should be going? Only one way to know. Okay, so yep, there we go. Well, I set it to 180, so that looks better. And I am on the glide path, or on the magenta. So I readjusted that. Nav mode wasn't working the way I wanted it to. But so I turned nav mode off. I turned headings. Well, before I turned nav mode off, you saw I changed the heading. I looked at the screen down there, figured out what my compass heading should be, readjusted the heading, and then hit heading mode. So this is another plane I can figure out how to fly all on my own. Now, whether we can get a good landing or not is the other question. And this would be, what, Flight 2? And this one's 45-minute flight. Not skipped anything in any flights yet. And we're... What's our mixture at? Where is the mixture? Oh, there's the mixture. Right here. Right? Mixture is at 100. Let's thin this back a little bit. What's in here? Anything? It doesn't look like there's anything in here. Hey, there's a way to fix the seats. Are we still on the line? Yep. We are at, if I said it right, we are closing in on our arrival waypoint. Alright. So, I have this bad habit of being live when other people are live that I'd want to watch. However, no one actually... I rarely get anybody that stops in here. Alright. I need to... I think... plug the iPad in. Yeah. I would say at 34%, it's time to plug that in. There is something I can do, and that's mute the volume on the iPad. I don't usually use the iPad to watch anything. It's mainly what it functions as my phone used to. I look up stuff on it, It right now it's got the live feed and the chat. Alright, so okay. You know, it's funny, I'm not used to just sitting here in the cockpit. Usually I'm outside, looking at, trying to fly around, but, I have my landing lights on, and nav lights and all that, but I guess because it's daytime, we can't tell. And I can't change the time of day, so... In fact, if this is if these missions, even though I can't play on real time, are based on real time, then yeah, the sun is setting unless this is a sun is rising. But wait, what direction are we going again? We're going south. East is to our right. So west is to our left. No, east is on our left. West is on our right. Right. So that is sunset, and that would make sense. That makes sense that it would be around sunset. Let's see, it's 3 o'clock here, right? 3 o'clock on the east coast of the U.S. That actually doesn't make any sense. It should already be dark. But again, I'm not doing it. These aren't none in real time, so... I always have problems figuring out exactly where you go on Discord to search for all of Discord. let's see now. Well, I think that went to where it needed to. Maybe this is someone reaching out because they want to join that, chat channel thing I was talking about, but, there's the search button. Alright. See, I'm screwing around with other things. Like reading trying to figure out the chat thing. Trying to find people on the Discord. I'm not paying attention to what I should be paying attention to. But so far, we are doing okay with the plane the way it is. Now, okay, so that's off. That is on. I love having that stuff turned on. We bypassed the arrival. We are on approach to our destination. At which point I have to take control. So, this is hopefully 2 flights down. Do I want to do 4? I don't know. But I need these fixed wing flights in the book I need to do them in order to get light cargo. That's if I can get landing ratings of 50 or better. And we didn't have it with our first flight today. I need 4 more. I could do the rotorcraft, but if I do a rotorcraft mission, I'm gonna skip what I can in the rotorcraft mission, and take whatever credits we get, because that's probably gonna be a long trip. And if it's in the turbine engine, oh my god. We were having problems the other day with the AI not being able to fly it. Now, I can use the AI and it will automatically fly stuff on here. Now, in 2020, if you get into a rotorcraft, or in one of them Velociraptor or something like that, you have to manually fly those. The co-pilot feature and AI pilot do not work on 2020 for rotorcraft. The the AI works over here on rotorcraft, but it doesn't always work for everything. I was screwing around with the Jetson last night, and, well, it didn't. You can't use the AI for that. But now, if I pick a 2020 rotorcraft and try to fly it in 24, you can't use the AI pilot. It will just come to a complete hover, which is probably great if you need to slow down. But, of course, if you have passengers, it freaks them the fuck out. But if you have passengers, I don't think you can use 2020 rotorcraft in career mode right now at all. Career mode is specifically for if you have standard edition. Now, I've heard things out there about if you have aircraft you've bought, and you have companies, you might be able to purchase the aircraft or something. There's somehow you'll be able to bring them into your career mode. Now, at Marketplace with 2020, you had to buy stuff individually. And, I don't know about everywhere else in the world, but here in the US, if too many purchases are made on your debit card within a day, and they're, let's say multiple of different amounts at small amounts, or, just different amounts, period, and there's a lot of, like, 3, 4, 5 of them in a day, your card gets frozen, and then you gotta deal with unfreezing your card, or report it, and get a new one, all this. So, on the 2020 market, you had to buy stuff individually. In 24's marketplace, on Xbox anyway, the other day I was able to buy credits. So I made I went and looked at all the things that I wanted to buy. There was 3 things, 2 upgrades and something else, an airport or something. Anyway, I looked at it. It said what each thing needed for credits. So I added up the credits, went over to the credit screen, found the one that would give me the enough credits for what I wanted, and made 1 purchase versus making 3. So it saves me. It saves the fact that I have to worry about, I don't want my card getting frozen up, and I got to deal with them thinking it's fraud and stuff. So that's a plus that I think. You buy in-game credits with real-world money so you can purchase marketplace things. It makes it simpler. I could add a bunch of stuff to the playlist. Let's say you got like 10 things in your wish list, and you actually have the money to purchase all of them. Well, instead of buying individual pieces, now you can just buy your credits and then go and purchase with the credits the items that are in your wish list. So it makes things a whole lot easier. At least for Xbox players it does. I don't know if that's how it works for PC or not. So for some reason, we're still on the magenta, or our green line here. And, but we've crossed over from the blue squares being on our right to now they're on our left. But we are still on the line. Maybe we're not on the line. Okay, so maybe the blue squares are the actual line here. But we are still at 180 degrees. I don't know what CRS means. But that, and I'm not sure how to read the purple and yellow up there on the horizon line. What's blinking yellow over here? Fuel imbalance. Huh, okay. Well, how do I... I don't know how to fix that problem. Let's just clear. Enter. How do I get back out of here now? Okay. I don't know what they mean by fuel imbalance. Is there a way to check? I can switch tanks. What's beeping? According to the fuel gauge, we should have enough fuel. They barely give you the enough fuel to get to where you're going on these things. But we switched to tanks. I don't know if that's what I needed to do to help the imbalance or not. You would think, okay, yeah, let's burn some from the other tank. But I probably should have flipped that switch halfway through the flight. Is there a way to know See, I wish we could get the compass in here on the map to know the exact degree the airport is at. But I don't know. Okay, so it's 1923 UTC according to the EFB, but I don't know if that's what it is in this mission. 1923 18 to 6 p.m. So it's 7 p.m. UTC. What did I say? 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. So UTC line is 4 hours ahead of the East Coast time zone of the US. England is 6 hours ahead of me. Hawaii is 6 hours behind me. So the question is, if you want to go from Honolulu to London in 12 hours or less, actually it could be less because you go up over the equator and come back down. Oh, that was an audio glitch there, folks. Let's hope those don't keep it. Anyway, I don't know which aircraft you'd fly, because I believe you're gonna, if flight plan, the way I understand flying, is you hit jet streams, and there's probably a North Atlantic Arctic jet stream, and you're over and up. So I believe you can get from Honolulu to London Heathrow in less than 12 hours. But exactly, if you, from point of takeoff to touchdown, not messing with gates, startups, and shutdowns, if you were going, and it's a 12-hour difference, how fast do you have to fly in order to make it a 12-hour airtime? You have to be going, I don't know how fast you'd be going, that's why I'm asking. I don't know how fast you'd be going, but you'll have to be moving an hour. You have to be moving forward an hour each time within each hour, 60-minute frame. In there, so I don't know. There's probably a way to figure it out by just picking different aircraft. Which aircraft can get you from Honolulu to Heathrow in 12 hours or less? I would say it'd probably be whatever aircraft can reach the highest altitude and the fastest speed. And I'm not talking about using the Dark Star. We all know that's not a real plane. And we know it can go from Heathrow to JFK in an hour and a half if you hit the lower outer space orbit within the game. So, but I'm talking about picking Honolulu and Heathrow, doing an choosing IFR, and then find a route on your EFB and see which plane gives you, if you can get a less than 12-hour flight. I know, like, if I want to recreate the Spirit of St. Louis flight, I think leaving from JFK or LaGuardia or whatever and going over to Paris, with that plane, it said 30 hours flight time, with it reaching its max altitude that plane could fly in back in that day. And I'm like, that would be that'd be an interesting long stream for a PC player to do. Xbox players, I think the most we could do for long stream is basically what can I put on as a flight and sit here all day and kind of monitor the game and hit the joystick ever so often. But with my luck, I'd end up with a game crash. And we would only be like 2 hours into the flight. Okay. We are closing in on our destination, so turn that off. Autopilot off. My aircraft. I hope we have an asphalt runway we're landing on. Altitude hold, I need turned off. Vertical off. Altitude hold off. There we go.
Echo Delta Kilo Bravo traffic. Matty Quebec Whiskey Yankee Fife 12, 6 miles north, 2,700 feet, inbound to land, runway 29er, Echo Delta Kilo Bravo traffic.
Yeah, I don't know why I couldn't do anything with comms to switch it. Either it's because I have a multiplayer on and it's affecting career mode, or something else. Now, can I?
Engaging autopilot.
Alright. We have approach mode on. And nav on. Or did that turn approach mode back off? Nope. Okay. So, we should turn all on our own. All I have to do is make sure we don't fall out of the sky right now.
Stall, 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 stall.
Uh-oh.
Pull up. Pull up.
I'm trying. Oh no. Oh, see what happens when I do weird things. Oh man. Well, where are you gonna reload us? So much for trying to use the approach mode.
Stall.
What? Uh-oh. I don't know what it loaded me in. Weird. I had no control. I can't even give it to AI to correct it. I couldn't even hit to skip anything either.
Stall.
What the? I'm gonna fail this mission now, aren't we? Oh. This, to me, I think this is a bug. It's loading me into a stall. I can't climb out of it. And if we dive to gain any type of speed, I can't pull out of it. Yeah. Damn it. Ugh. We're not redoing a ferry flight. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Oh, that fucking sucks. It's so good. I was doing so good. I tried using the approach mode and I fucked it up. Now let's just hope the game's not fucked up too. There we go. Alright, well, let's go do some flight seeing and hope we have better luck. Alright, flight seeing. Airplane. Ooh, excuse me. Alright. Okay, so we have 19, 20, what is that, 2080. Alright, let's get back up to the top of the list. 2080. Okay, so we're gonna do a sightseeing over Susanna. Most wanted, and we're doing it with a Cirrus SR22 again. Okay. We're taking off from Lima, Juliet, Delta, India, and landing at the same place. I didn't even... Yeah, I did read that the last time. I just don't think I read out the alphabetical letters for our ferry flight. That sucks. That really sucks, folks. I don't know what went on other than I put I put the approach and nav mode on, I was I throttled all the way back up, and it just kept decreasing. I even put flaps back up. I don't know. That I'm irritated at myself because that was my screw up there. I should have just hand flew it instead of trying to use features of the plane, apparently. Okay, that's what we were just flying, isn't it? And it's the stupid, but at the end there, when it loaded me back in an automatic nose down stall, I couldn't pull up, I couldn't do anything to recover it, and that, to me, is a game glitch. Why do you reload me into a checkpoint where I have no way of saving the mission? And therefore, I failed that mission instead of actually completing it. And I couldn't, the AI couldn't take over and get it out of it either. Alright. Remove pedo cover. Pedo cover. Jump in. Oh, that's just so irritating.
Tomaz, initiate boarding.
Okay,
Alright.
on their way.
Did everybody get on the plane okay? Right? Is that the question? It looks like it. We don't have anybody hanging out outside. Alright.
Hey, Captain. Looks like a good day for sightseeing. For today's scenic flight, you're soaring over Susanna with Sarah and her fiancé. Everyone comfortable? Get ready to depart then. Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime.
Lima Juliet Delta India traffic. Matty Tango Echo Romeo 71 tree is taxiing to runway 1 tree. Lima Juliet Delta India traffic.
Hi, Captain. I'm Sarah. Thanks for the ride.
Hey there, I'm Andre. It's awesome hanging out with you today.
Oh, excuse me, sorry. I don't mean to keep belching in people's ears. Oh. Think lunch. Because I'm hunched over, pushing muscles together, I think lunch is trying to come back up on me. Or sneak back up on me, not come back up on me. Alright. Oh. Wow, it feels a lot later in the day already. I think it's because I actually got out of the house and did stuff. Usually I just mess around with games. Alright. Hopefully we don't have to taxi all the way down and turn around. But we might have to.
Lima Juliet Delta India traffic. Matty Tango Echo Romeo 71 tree. Taking off runway 1 tree. West departure. Lima Juliet Delta India traffic.
Alright.
I'm a bit nervous, but I'll be okay. Super excited to see the landscape from up high.
What is that? Okay, we have to. Well, I don't know if we have to, but we're going down here to turn around. I don't know if we have enough runway if I don't. And we are on the runway, so I don't need to worry about taxi speed. Although turning around is kind of something you want to make sure you're not going too quick. Alright, so maybe we can get 2 successful flights done today? Maybe. Now see, why couldn't we taxi up this way? Or maybe not. Maybe there's no taxiway here. Oh. Yeah, sometimes I don't think they give you enough room to do a turnaround. But maybe that's just me. Alright, flaps. Throttle. And we took off all
Not
on
sure
our
if I'm
own.
actually ready. But no choice now, huh? Oh
No,
my.
there isn't.
Butterflies in my stomach.
Okay. Flaps up. I am gonna finish this climb out. Before I... Maybe I should handle this actual this turnaround. Because I have a feeling the AI would crash here. But I could do the same thing, so... I had to put the AI on because I wasn't sure where we were going out of this turn. I couldn't see that next to us. Alright.
It's so
Again.
quiet up here. So peaceful.
I don't know what that's just weird, that new... I've not had that communication. I should be able to be, like, request flight following and all that, and it's not showing up. What are we doing besides not flying this way? Alright, I guess I'm hand flying. But let's already bring this back.
Office with a view, right, Captain?
Oh my god. So much for trying to make this easier for myself. Okay, where are we flying to? Let's just say it's nothing I'm gonna try to pronounce. I don't know if that's Italian or what language that exactly is. Belgic? Is that Belgic?
I feel like a real adventurer. With a seatbelt, but still.
Real adventurer. Come on, wear your whip and your hat. Just kidding.
Ugh. Cringy dialogue again. So... Am I gonna do a rotor flight? I need to build up credits, and we've only got the one. I don't even have credit. I was hoping to build up credits to get IFR. But I don't think we're getting the credits to do IFR.
What's going on?
Well, not even
Andre?
close, because I need.
You've been pretty quiet.
Just enjoying every moment.
I
It's
might have been
amazing.
able to get if we
Totally.
completed 4 missions today, but I don't know. So that last one was what? Couple. We would have probably brought it to 5,000. Between this mission and the next one, would have probably maybe I would have gotten another 5. So maybe we would have had 10 at the end. Like I said, I'm so mad at the game and myself. I could have hand flown that final without trying to use the approach mode, and I'm not doing it here either. And so far,
Look, the roof's here. Beautiful.
I'm trying to be real careful. That I don't go too slow again. But I also need to make sure we are not going too fast. This plane is saying pretty level altitude by itself. Yeah, I know, we got out of the radius. Come on, come on.
Hey, what's that shaking?
Shaking? What? Was that too far to almost level wing to the ground for you? It wasn't like I was shaking it. You want shaking? I can shake. I can shake and quake the plane if you really want me to. I'll make you use that barf bag that's back there. Alright. Wow, we're going from one to the other. Okay, now we're going to orbits. I don't know how to say that one either. I think I was more correct on the first one than this one here. Alright.
The roof's over here. Just
Yeah,
great.
I need to lose some altitude. Because we are going way too fast right now. And we're not at the right altitude. Okay, we're at the right speed. And there we go.
Amazing! I heard it was going to be memorable, and it is.
Alright, folks, I haven't said it yet, and it's probably late in the video, but you can check the VODs out at Maddie L. Lynn at youtube.com. YouTube people, you can come watch me live at Maddie L. Lynn at twitch.com. And
Check this
anybody,
I'm getting
everybody
goosebumps.
can search me on Discord. That's Maddie L. Lynn _6552. And if you want to join me in doing our own version of a controller slash just doing radio controls, and you're on default, if you're an Xbox player, you got default, or if you're on PC and you're don't have third party, I want to do an invite-only Discord chat channel where we can, one person watches a stream, maybe we do a group flight, and someone does access the controller, and we can all make call-outs and hear each other on one comm. It will be a unicom, so basically when you're flying, if we're going to fly that do that chat channel, we will turn off ATC, so we're not having to give them auto feed, or if you turn down the ATC voice volume, but we
Glad you're
ATC on
actually starting
making
to
calls,
relax a
but
bit.
we'll be doing our own thing. If you're interested, let me know in the comment section in YouTube, or and it's invite only for that Discord chat channel, so it will I'll have to kind of verify before I just approve anybody. Where are we going here?
The size of the landmarks is
Okay.
so different than from the air. They feel close enough to touch.
Well, I have the AI flying this, so I hope
500.
I don't see the blue squares. And I know this plane doesn't auto land.
500.
Is that the airfield? Okay, that's the airfield.
500.
And I just saved us.
I can't imagine how beautiful sunsets must be from the air. All
We
those
were
rich
not
colors.
gonna land. And I think I just saved it. I just barely saving this flight. Alright. Let's cut the throttle. I'm gonna have to visually do this. I don't know if I can find the runway again.
Stall.
Okay, flaps down.
You're so smooth on
Runway
the radio,
in sight.
Captain. Makes it look easy. I'd have a hard time flying the aircraft and talking with the ground at the same time. That's for sure.
Oh, no.
Wow.
No. Oh. Damn.
Autopilot.
No, we're skipping. Oh. What? We weren't even done. I thought we were done. So, yeah, I didn't have any visuals.
$500.
I'm a little disappointed. We were going too fast for me to take it all in.
Stall.
We barely have the time to take pictures. I wish we could fly a bit slower. We're definitely flying too low. I can't really appreciate the landscape.
Oh man, what is up? I don't know if it's me or this plane. Okay, now I have the blue. Man. Please let me finish this flight.
Stall.
I lost sight of the blue squares that you should fly through. I had
Seeing
no
all this,
point of
it's
reference. I
incredible.
thought we were at the airport. Oh my god, I don't know what happened. Let's get this pain in the ass playing on the ground. Oh.
Lima Juliet Delta India traffic. Matty Tango Echo
Trust me,
Romeo 71
I have
tree.
the same problem
7 miles
whether I
northwest,
was recording that or not.
2,500 feet. Inbound to land. Runway 1 tree. Lima
I
Juliet
don't know if-
Delta India traffic.
I don't know if it's the way I was flying or if it's this plane, but yeah. Granted, I thought we were already that we were supposed to be
I
landing
worry
there.
that
I
I get
didn't
dizzy, but I
see
feel fine.
the circle things to fly around. Nothing was on the screen. Like the mission glitched out. Apparently, 2 crashes later, it fixed itself. But there should not have been 2 crashes. The second time it loaded me back in after the first crash, I had no control. Okay, my aircraft. Because clearly the AI is not going to fly correctly. And besides, I need to handle the landing anyway.
I feel like a real adventurer. With a seatbelt, but still.
Real adventurer. Come on, wear your whip and your hat. Just kidding.
Alright, I went flaps 2.
Lima Juliet Delta India traffic. Matty Tango Echo Romeo 71 tree is on final. Runway 1 tree. To land. Lima Juliet Delta India traffic.
Engaging autopilot.
Never mind. Disengage. I'll handle it myself.
500.
I don't trust the autopilot and the approach. Okay, I need throttle. Throttle up, throttle up.
Stall.
I had too much flap. Alright, now I can go flap 1 again. Throttle off.
Stall.
Uh-oh. Okay, so you guys can't hear me when this happens. Okay, folks, that was a game crash. We're load back in. I'm gonna turn off multiplayer because I don't know why the communications screen wasn't working correctly. And then we'll go to a rotorcraft. Maybe we'll get 2 flights done today. Maybe. I should have got credits. I landed. I think before the game crashed, you saw, you saw, I landed. Then we went to that colorful screen where I don't even know if you guys can hear me during that. Alright, let's let this screen play or whatever. I get a sip of, let's see, a sip of coffee or water right now. I think I need coffee after that. Alright. Well, my streams never are successful, are they? We've been on for 2 hours. We've done 3 flights, only 1 have completed. Makes you wonder if I should just always do first flight missions. One we crashed and failed out. This one, the game crashed. So, we'll do a rotorcraft transport, passenger transport. We'll see if we get any credits. Sometimes I feel that these streams are more of a detriment to my health than just because things seem to like to go wrong when I'm online or playing. Okay, so I said, okay, I'm turning this off for now. And well, that doesn't matter. But I don't know if that was affecting career mode. It shouldn't. Career mode, like I said, is single player, but that communication, I wasn't able to make certain radio calls. Alright. I know one thing. I definitely going outside after this. Okay. Interesting. People are giving me tier 1 subs. And I'm like, okay, well, okay, thank you. So much for unfogging the map today too, huh? Did we even do that in East? No, we didn't do that for Sevierville. We've not unfogged any of the map either. Okay. Alright, yeah. Where are we? We're going up here. Okay. Maybe we can connect these two bubbles. Okay, that's that whole area. Specialization, passenger transport rotorcraft. Alright. Well, maybe we can get the credits we need. Let's see, we got 12,790. And it's probably a turbine engine. 12,790. If we get anything, even if we get half of that, will it give us credits for something? Maybe I'll just do the nighttime. Alright, we're using the Airbus H125, 1 hour flight time. We are taking off from Tree Charlie 8, flying to Kilo Bravo Victor Yankee. And what's it say for Beverly? Check-in is closed. Okay. Flight number Lima Alpha 197. Okay, I can zoom in here. And yeah, we're leaving from out here on Long Island. And we're crossing up into, it looks like near Quincy, up near Boston, but it looks like it's ending in Quincy. Alright, so, we're not connecting these bubbles, but maybe we will. Let's get going. Let's see if we can finish this flight. Let's see if the AI can fly this one. So... oh boy. Oh. I just love taxiing with the helicopter. I could avoid the taxi and skip taxi and go straight to takeoff, or I could just lift off and go despite ATC's irritant. Or just irritate ATC. Alright. Let's get our stuff up. Some of these things, they make you reach. Like, could you reach that? Could you realistically reach up? Oh, well, maybe most people probably can't just reach up and grab that. But just like you'd grab this, but I don't know how much of that would come off. Okay, we don't need to check anything else. Let's climb aboard. Alright, and we are going to be loading passengers. So I'm opening the... Just gonna open that. Well, that's the only passenger door. Okay. Let's... Really? You're not gonna work? There we go. And... Let's double check. We're under VFR, right? I can't request IFR. Fuel. I guess this has to stay the same. I can't do anything to fix it. I don't know the passenger stuff yet, unless I have to do it after the passengers are on. But... Okay, find route. Okay. See, I kind of I just altered what they had set for us. Auto that. Now we save, send the ATC and avionics. Okay. Let's move this down where I can see it. Let's load passengers up.
Ground service, hi. This is flight LAI, 97 parking 5, please begin passenger boarding.
Received, Captain. We're proceeding. Fly safe.
Oh, freaked me out for a second. Like, wait a minute. I mean, yeah, I'll fly the plane. Okay, battery is on. Generator. On. Anti-collision on. We don't need the horn. Avionics master on. I want that. That is on. Okay. Taxi light on. Position of the light. Okay, rotor brake. Wait a minute. There we go.
Hello, everyone. So today business shuttle to Beverly? Your main passenger, Madam Sneed, needs to catch a flight at Beverly RGNL. Please nail this important flight and make sure the client comes back to us any soon.
Well, we'll try. Do you guys need any lights back there? I don't think so. Alright.
Tree Charlie 8 traffic. Maddie Lima Alpha India 907 is taxiing to runway 14. Tree Charlie 8 traffic.
Are we really? I don't think I'm gonna taxi.
Dear passengers,
1.7
our helicopter
miles.
is currently taxiing to position for the upcoming takeoff. Please fasten your seatbelt and remember this is a non-smoking flight. Thank you.
You know, where's our co-pilot that actually wouldn't do anything? Alright. Yeah, we are just gonna skip to takeoff. We've already had enough problems today. I don't need to try to do a 1.17 nautical mile taxi with a helicopter. As long as the game doesn't crash. Alright. So... we need landing lights on, taxi lights off. Okay. Announce.
Tree Charlie 8 traffic. Maddie Lima Alpha India 907.
Huh.
Taking off runway 14, north departure.
This is a disused airport. Look at that. So we're not even supposed to be using this airport.
Dear passengers, this is your captain. Thank you for choosing to travel with us. I invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy your journey, Beverly.
What? Take off runway 14. Alright. Taxi to start a runway 4 takeoff. Well, we're just going right here. And AI's pilot now. I was gonna say, I was not going all the way to the end of the runway and turning around. That was like 2.7. That would have been 1.7 times 2. Alright, now I still don't. What is up with this? There's something strange here, and I'm not in beta mode, so.
Captain,
there's something weird there.
So I'll be talking a lot. Hope that's cool with you.
Yeah, leave me alone. I'll practice not crashing. Oop! Yeah, so much for the not crashing, right? See what happens when I'm not paying attention? Alright.
Yes, it's Taylor. I'm on my way. Just calling to confirm I'll be there in just over.
Yeah.
55 minutes. The ride on the chopper won't take long, so don't start without me.
That has a bunch of yellow X's. That is an airport, probably an IRL, that is no longer open. And we're flying to Beverly Regional, so Beverly's probably open. But yeah, there was a bunch of X's on that runway. And I don't know why in career mode they have you do that. Granted, I know of another airport that's closed, but it's in the game. So. I've done some other missions before where there was a closed airport, and yet it was still in the game, and in career mode it had you doing missions. But I don't know what's going on.
Hi, thanks for calling me back.
With this.
I'm on my way to Beverly. Yes, exactly.
For me not to make calls.
Will she be joining the meeting too? Okay, fine.
Unless.
I'll be ready.
Because I have assistances on, maybe it's finally working correctly,
sure
and I don't have to do request following and all that. I don't know.
See you.
Yeah, I don't know what that issue is. It just popped up today when I got on. It wasn't like that last night. Alright. So, you guys saw that I changed flight plan in here and had it find a new route compared to what the game had. Granted, this might have been the same route they had. I really wish... Okay, so on 2020, when I picked waypoints, we see them up here, like all the POIs. I wish in free flight and career mode in 24 we have the same feature. That way I would know when we're hitting a waypoint
Taylor
without bringing up the EFB map.
Yes, I can speak now. It's a bit noisy, but... Can you hear me?
Alright.
Yes. Hello.
So I don't know
Yes,
if this
can you?
is the Atlantic Ocean
Damn.
or
I'll call you
if it
back,
has
okay?
a specific, like a different name of for this body of water right here. I don't know what they call it, because this right here is all the Atlantic, but this little inlet might have a different name to it. Okay, let me recenter. Yeah, I keep pulling it up here, and we can just look right here. Man, are we jumpy. That's why we were outside, isn't it? We don't have to look at the string bouncing. Alright, what does it say on the EFB for time?
Hey, boss. I'm great. I'm heading to the meeting. Thanks for the private chauffeur.
I can't tell.
Okay,
But it's
I'll
not
download this update as soon as I'm at the hotel.
It's saying IRL
Okay.
time, not in-game
Yes, I'm a
time.
100% ready.
But
Will
it should
do.
say 16.
My assistant is already
23.
aware. Sure, keep me posted. Catch you later.
No, it's 2023 UTC. Well, okay. Maybe it is IRL time. But that's IRL time. Yeah, that's IRL time. That's not in-game clock time. I wish there was a way we knew what time it was in-game without bringing up this menu. Does this tell us? This doesn't tell us anymore. Alright. Oh good, we didn't freak out the passenger. Of course, landing this will freak out the passenger.
Hi there. How are you? Yeah, I'm
And of
on
course,
my way. Up for lunch tomorrow. Yes?
that's a cool livery.
Great. Absolutely. Looking forward to catching up. Yes. See ya.
See ya. That's what we say on ATC to the US when we're leaving, getting the handoff. See ya. I've noticed a lot of people on that sim using see ya when they're getting handed off and they're flying in the US. Alright, so we're just sitting here for this till I have to land, unless something goes on, but it doesn't look like I have any obstacles we have to worry about.
Hey, Mom. I'm in the middle of a flight.
How
Mom.
fast are we flying
Mom.
here?
I'm 27. Yes, I
Wow,
had
we're
my
down
breakfast.
136.
You really want to know what I ate?
136 knots, so
Mom,
yeah.
I gotta go. I'm in a helicopter, not at the hotel. Okay, love you
It's a
too.
little less
Bye.
than an hour flight, but it said 1 hour flight time. Oh, see, I can't watch you guys, put you guys through that. That drives me nuts. Now, this haziness, when we're like this, is the turbulence off of the turbine engine and the rotor blade. Okay, so you hear that? The difference there in the wind? And I thought the landing light was on. No, landing light on. There we go. There you go, the landing light on. The taxi lights the other lights on.
Hey, darling. Yes, we're in
Let's
flight.
see what it looks like with both of them on.
Everyone's home. Fine. No. Not in 3 days.
But 4.
There
Yeah,
you go.
heading
You
back
can
to
really make it
Calverton
bright.
in 4 days.
I'm sure I did tell you. Anyway,
So,
I'll let you go
but
then.
we need to.
Ciao.
I guess we leave the landing light on. I don't know what flight rules are for helicopters, but I could put both lights on. I mean, if we were flying at night, you know, I would probably put both lights on. Leave your taxi and landing light on, especially when you're coming in for your landing. You want to light up that son of a bitch of where you, so you can see what you are doing. And we have all our other lights on. You want to hear the horn? Let's hear the horn. It says the horn is on. Huh. Frequencies. You know, it makes it really hard to know what to push buttons when you're jumpy. I wish they'd stabilize the in-cockpit crap, because... Okay, that changed brightness on that screen. Okay. And here's ELT, which I've never used, because usually by the time I realize I should be using it, it's too late to be using it. Fuel pump off. Pitot heat. Why is pitot heat on? Do we need it on? Warning light test. Fire test. I don't know if the pitot heat's supposed to be on. I don't see why it needs to be on. So we have all these radio buttons here. But we have no way of, there's no... What is AFCS? Is that auto flight? Cyclic speed? That's winch. That's trim. That's CPL release. I don't know what that means. That's, okay, throttle and rotor collective. And emergency cargo release. On standby heating and air demister. So, yeah, there's no autopilot. In any of the rotorcraft for career mode, there's no autopilot mode. I could not imagine hand flying some of these missions. I haven't watched anybody do them either. But alright, so we are about to make landfall. Now, that still says 100 miles away. Was this river really 14, 20 miles long? Or inlet to the ocean? Alright. And we are feet dry for a little bit. But we are in Massachusetts. So we're flying up to, it looked like near Quincy. But I think it's Beverly, unless Quincy's the county. But we're just south of Boston. Or Boston. We gotta go park the helicopter. I don't know how. I couldn't do that. Let's park the car. In Boston Yard. That was my best Boston. A Bostonian accent. I don't know if I really have any accent. I pretty much lived in Tennessee now for half my life, but I don't know. I probably don't have a Tennessean accent. But I've spent, let's say, most of my life, let's see, I started out, I was born in Plattsburgh, New York, and then I lived in Washington, D.C., then Omaha, Nebraska, and then Chesapeake, Virginia, and now here in Monroe County, East Tennessee. So I've lived majority of my life south of the Mason-Dixon line, but I wouldn't say I adhere to most of Southern ideology. But I learned the same history as everybody else did in public school. But I've heard both sides of the story about Civil War stuff now. I can't say whether one side was right or wrong. Slavery, however, yes, was wrong. But apparently the Confederates were fighting for more than just to keep their lifestyle going the way it was. They were fighting for other things too. It wasn't just because they didn't want slavery to end. And you would think in the 21st century there wouldn't be any slavery anywhere, yet there still is. And slavery is a term we all understand as chattel, but there are still other kinds of slavery. A lot of things could be defined as slavery in a way. But we won't get into it. I don't want to get into it on here and then get nasty comments over on my YouTube channel. Luckily, I don't get that many comments. Well, I wish I was getting more upbeat comments. Hey, but hardly anybody does that. Usually it's a criticism, or someone trying to tell me something I already know, because they haven't paid attention to anything that I've been doing. Like, I put in on the tags now that this is Xbox. I am playing on Xbox. There is no need to tell me to turn down, do something in settings that you think I should do to make the game work better when you might not know what settings I have access to. You can suggest, hey, can you do this? It might help your game. That's one thing, but I've gotten comments like, you need to do this, you need to do that, and I'm like, I don't respond to it. I don't even thumbs it up. I don't respond. I'm responding now, of course, but I don't engage usually with the conversation too long. Because then it's just me kind of arguing with a person. It could turn into an argument back and forth. I would say for a helicopter, and we're flying 136 knots, we are making good time. It might still be an hour's flight, but we made good time. Ooh. Hear that whoosh? And I love the slapping noise. Love hearing the slapping noise of the blades, which you don't really hear that much in here. And yeah, these windows are tinted. Up there they are. Wipers? Where is the wipers funk button? It's down here somewhere. I'm turning this off. I don't think we need pitot heat. We're not even high enough off the ground to really be different temperature than ground level. I need to add stuff to my watch later playlist. Alright, I thought Nate Wolf said he was doing a live today. That was 5 days ago. Either that or I was reading something that was a few days ago. I finally read it. Oh, we're just sitting here. Hopefully we can land this, get some credits. But clearly, my career mode is going to go a lot slower than you probably would expect. Because look, day 5. All I had to do was 4 flights. I think we'll always have... I don't know if I'll always do a helicopter flight. But for now, I need to make the streams long enough, and I'm trying to unlock specializations, and certifications. So right now, it's, I might as well do the 4 flights, or attempt the 4. I mean, we attempted 4 of them today. We've gotten 1 accomplished, and 1 game crash at the, one where I failed because of, I think, an in-game glitch and a bug. And then that 3rd flight was a game crash. So. Now, because 1190 is probably, we're probably doing another flight. Next time I jump on here and do career mode, part 6. We'll probably be doing another 1,190 first flight, and we won't be increasing the bubble anymore, but I'm always going to double check, make sure there's not a different, a flight that gives us more credits. Again, we only got 980 credits out of that. I would have gotten more if I had gotten not had those problems with that flight. Or I could look at all the 1190s and then pick the flight that had the Cessna 172 to try to make sure we got, or at least more of an assurance that I might have gotten a landing smoothness above 50%. So, I really don't like how quiet the radio is being. Like, I don't know what's going on here, folks. I don't know what's going on with the communication screen. I've got my directions here. Maybe it is a new gameplay feature in here where during career mode you only can make communications when they pop up in the mission steps. Because I should have a handoff. If anything, I should be under Boston control. But I'm also VFR. So maybe there's different handlers. But I should be under a Boston airspace handler. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, this feature, this happened and would be the first time today that I know of. Like I said, it wasn't like this yesterday when I was messing around. Maybe I should jump in and try to do a quick free flight and see if the problem exists over there. Like, I was messing around with the Jetson 1 last night, fooling around in free flight. You could do custom. I didn't know this till last night. You can go to custom, and you can spawn in on ground level, dark. You can spawn in on the ground, ready for takeoff, or you can spawn in at an altitude. So, I was fooling around. I put the Jetson 1 right in my driveway, IRL, or what would be my IRL driveway, and I flew around the town on a battery, and because unlimited fuel turned on, or whatever, but unlimited fuel in 24 still depletes your fuel, and you still run out, and the Jetson only uses a battery, so it doesn't automatically keep the battery 100%. The same thing happens in 2020 with the Alice airplanes. You're supposed to be able to recharge the battery the same way you refuel, but it didn't work. Granted, all I had to do was hit the recharge battery thing and I got a new charge, because maybe that's what the unlimited fuel gives you, is unlimited charges. So, yeah, I fooled around with that last night. But I didn't have a radio. The Jetson 1 has no radio. So, I don't know. So, like, in IRL, I know this because my dad was stationed there when I was little. My dad was stationed at Bowling Air Force Base. And, Bowling Air Force Base no longer has an active runway. In fact, there is no active runway at all. There is the Air Force One, Marine One hangar. So I don't know if Marine One takes off from Bowling Air Force Base. It's Joint Base Bowling Anacostia. I don't know if Marine One takes off there, goes to the White House, and then goes back over to Andrews Air Force Base, or if Marine One still flies out of their former location further down, because it used to be a 40-mile trip up the Potomac River to the White House. Maybe they cut that trip shorter and moved Marine One to a hangar on Bowling Air Force Base, Anacostia, just because fuel costs. It's a lot quicker. They don't have to fly across like 40 miles. They only have to fly like altogether maybe 20 miles. For the three things, and then they go back to bowling. So maybe round trip 30. Maybe the round trip is 40 miles, whereas the other one used to be more like 100. But there's a helipad for a helicopter. So you got the Marine One helipad, and then there's a single helipad. Well, according to IRL maps of the airfield, when the runway was active, in game there's a helipad, and then there's a football field with a track around and a bunch of grass there. That is, from what I can tell, where the runway used to be. So I got in, set on the ground, custom waypoint for takeoff, departure. I put myself on the ground in an X-Cub, lined up with the runway, took off, and then I came back and landed in the opposite direction that I did a takeoff, on what used to be where the runway was at Bowling Air Force Base. That's pretty cool. I took real IRL maps when it was an active Air Force Base, doing flights, and looked at what was in the game, and figured out where it was, and was able to do that. Now, 2020, as far as I know, in 2020, you can't do a custom departure without being above the ground. So, in 24, you are allowed to do a custom departure and custom arrival. So, I mean, well, a custom departure is great, because you can put yourself on the ground, ready for takeoff anywhere. Or if you want to start cold and dark. So if I wanted to do something crazy last night with the X-Cub, I could have took off from Bowling Air Force Base and arrived at Reagan. And that's just not even 5 nautical miles. In fact, taking off from Bowling automatically puts you in an arrival path, landing on runway, I think, either runway 11 or 33, whatever the southern. You got the runway that goes kind of northwest, southeast, where you're right across from the Pentagon. Then you got another one coming the other direction. So there's 3 runways there at Reagan, and I could have. It would have been cool anyway. Just like so, there is a helipad. It's no longer in use IRL, but there is a Army helipad at the Pentagon. You can see it on the in-game map. So with that custom waypoint, let's just say you want to pick the H-225 Airbus helicopter. Or I have the MASH helicopter. Granted, I wouldn't recommend flying that unless you knew how to fly rotorcraft in 2020. You can do a custom departure from the Pentagon on the helipad. It's not an actual helipad that they've incorporated in the game, but you can see it on the map, so you can customize, take off. That's pretty cool. Now I know that custom feature's there, I might mess around with it more just to fool around. Now the H-225 looks to me like a Marine One, and I was trying to do Marine One flight from the Marine base, again 40 miles from DC in Virginia, where I forget their name of the base. Anyway, where they used to take off from. But I did the takeoff, got into the pattern with the blue squares, turned it over the AI, and it didn't work. Granted, it doesn't work right no matter how much I reconfigured the controls, it wasn't working the way I wanted it to. I finally did get up in the air and stuff, but the H225 I still think is kind of broken. In fact, what happened to our blue squares here? Okay. I know what happened to him. But we're still flying in the right direction. And in missions right here, I don't think it matters that we're that far off. Basically, we don't get dinged for that, but we are still heading to the where we need to land. Anyway, yeah, if only I could figure out how to get the button configurations to use the burners on some hot air balloons. That's the thing. I don't have the patience to sit here and reconfigure my controller for each different type of aircraft. I want a default setting for all the functions you need for blimps, all the functions you need for rotorcraft, for if all the functions you need for anything with skis, anything that's a boat, all the ones that are floats, all the ones that are scoops. I want each category to just have a default setting where I don't have to reprogram the controller. Now, I use Xbox controller mainly, and in 24, I don't really use the keyboard for anything because I don't know the keyboard commands. There's one keyboard command I know now, and that's slew, but I can't use slew in career mode anyway. At least I don't think. I think that'd be cheating if I could, or else I would have used it to get taxi us to the takeoff. So yeah, even though we saw I am way far off of the flight path, we are still heading in that direction. And maybe that's something to do with the maybe I hit direct 2. I didn't think I hit a direct 2. Anti-collision light. I think that should be on. I don't know why it's off. I mean, why not turn on the light so people don't hit you? Alright. Bouncy bouncy is not fun. Let's go back outside. Alright, we're just under 50 nautical miles left. Three-hour mark. So this will be a little over 3 hours. If we do good here, and I have any credits for anything, like if I've got it, I might as well go and get my night certification. That way, it's out of the way. And then IFR is the next cert. I really hate doing the IFR. I've learned how to make it easier, but let's just say it's a pain in the ass because you got to hit a certain altitude. And what I need to do is, as soon as the certification launches, I need to hit the active pause and set the plane up for the altitude they want you at. Turn on the nav mode, the autopilot, make sure the flight director is on, and then hopefully I can hit unpause. And well, I got also flight change level. Hit the FLC to bring us down the altitude it wants us at, and follow that. Either that, or I gotta fly it by hand. Now, on IFR, you're in the 172, and when you hit a certain waypoint, I've done this before. I just hit approach, and the plane is descending all on its own. And I think why approach didn't work earlier is it is a bug with the game, but approach got turned on. Nav mode was on. Every autopilot was on. I think why it wasn't working right is probably there was no ILS or LOC to lock onto for that airport. I don't know how in-game you're supposed to know whether you can lock on with approach or not. Now, I have gone to Madisonville Airport, which is called Monroe County Airport, in the game. I've taken off from Corncastle Airport, which is 07 Tango November, and gone to Kilo Mike November Victor, and with Monroe County. And I'm on my final. I've turned into final. I've hand flew the circuit. So I am turning off of base onto final. I luckily could get into the cabin, internal view. I hit approach and it didn't activate. Now when I've flown in there at nighttime, there are runway lights, but I don't think there's an ILS system. Oh. I have yet figured out, there's a lot of things I don't know actually how to fly, and I use AI and Copilot more than most people probably would probably use it. I use it more just for simplicity. Oh, are we back on path? I see blue squares. No, we're not, but these are the blue squares, so we're on the blue square path, not exactly on the magenta. Alright, I need to get me another drink. I'm going radio quiet for about 30 seconds. Man, I think talking is making my throat hurt. Granted, I did put pictures on my Discord of, into my cigar channel. And I have petites of, a brand called Punch, and they're a little bit stronger on the throat than what I'm used to smoking. Granted, I'm only smoking maybe 1 or 2 petites a day. I usually smoke something like a, I think they're called Robustos or Lonsdale. It's cigar smokers, you know what I'm talking about if anybody ever hears it. It has like a ring gauge is your diameter, the circle part, and then how long is the cigar in length. And usually I smoke a Lonsdale is like 6 inches by a ring gauge of maybe like 34. And that's usually, I smoke one of them a day. And that's usually, you know, about an hour 15 minute smoke. But so these petites, technically I could smoke like 4 of them a day to equal the same size as one of them. But I've only been smoking like 1 or 2. The other thing I have is, they're called Baby Sweet Janes. It's a Deadwood product. A lot of motorcyclists smoke Deadwood brand stuff. However, I think that the Baby Sweet Janes taste better than the Sweet Jane Robusto. you know, be our luck, we don't actually land this. Well, I'll or something. I'm trying not to jinx myself, but I know what happens. We'll only get that one flight in or something today. Man, I've only been on here for a little over 3 hours recording. Wow. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's just after 5. Just seems a lot longer. People are always posting what they're eating on their Discord. I've done that once somewhere else, but not my thing to make pictures. If people ask what I'm eating when I'm watching something, you know, I'll put it in there, but I don't usually participate in that. Thanks for the first time chat, Ezra. We're on our 4th flight in today's stream. We did a first flight. Didn't do so, I mean, I got in, I landed it, but I'm trying to unlock my light cargo specialization, and I need landing smoothness above 50. That did not happen there. I did a ferry flight, and, I think the game screwed me up, and we got mission failed. It reloaded me, after I crashed, it reloaded me in, and I couldn't control the aircraft. I couldn't even put the AI on to control the aircraft. It just wanted to nosedive. And then, I was on a flight seeing mission. I saved the mission. As I was coming in to land, the game crashed. So we lost out on that one. I wasn't about to redo another flight scene flight. And I've already unlocked everything I want in career mode for rotorcraft, but we're gonna do rotorcraft missions till there's no need for me to build up the credits. This is supposed to be like 12,000 something credits, and after this mission I should have enough credits. I'm gonna go and do my night certification, and then we will be done. Now, if I don't have enough credits, if I don't have enough credits right now, before this flight ends, I'm like stuck at 4,000 credits. So I should have enough for us to go get our fixed wing night certification, and then the next time I do my career part 6, we will try to do 4 missions again. Basically, I take the highest credit flight for each type of specialization I've unlocked so far, and do a flight, and try to unfog the map. Rotorcraft, I've already done. All I could have, and I've messed around before. I've had the beta version of the game, where in career mode everything's unlocked, and or in my own career before I restarted, I've unlocked all the certs for rotorcraft. I've unlocked them, paid for them. I couldn't pass anything else outside of the passenger transport certification. So, granted, we still have Power Lift to be released, and I will try that when it comes out, but I doubt I'll be able to do that. So, okay, so yeah, welcome in, Ezra. You know, don't forget to hit that follow if you want to keep watching stuff on Twitch. You can find me on YouTube at Matty L. Lynn. And you can join the Discord at Matty L. Lynn _ 62552. And I'm also trying to start up a invite-only chat through Discord for people that want to learn to do air traffic controlling and ATC callouts that are stuck with either with Xbox, where you're stuck with the default ATC, or maybe you're on PC and you don't want to spend money for a third party. And it could just be fun, since most of the center won't know what we're doing. You know, like if we did a group, we would do a group flight where I'm hosting, and whoever wants to act as controller watches the stream, and we'll all be in the same chat channel, and you know, they'll do the call outs. Well, this is dangerous here. But anyway, they'll do the call outs, and we'll do our call out responses. As long as someone can see what everybody is doing, which might be difficult in a group flight, but it would work easy. The ATC basically would just give you your departure,
Hello,
your taxis and
Taylor
departures
Speed,
in a group
your
flight.
ride from Beverly RGNL. We're heading
And then,
to the airport.
Give you your
You're
information for
already waiting?
landing and taxiing and
Perfect.
departings
We'll be
through
there
the
soon.
Discord channel.
Okay,
But
let's roll with it. Thanks.
and invite only, because I want to make sure you already got to be in my Discord. And then I'm gonna make sure, you know, I want to double check. I don't want to just let anybody into the invite only. Right now there's only 2 of us on the channel, and I have not yet tried it. It's not something, let's just say if I ever test that, I'd rather test that, and not worry about chat at all. But I would still have the live stream, so that the controller can, since there's only 2 people, I could be doing the flying, the other person can watch my stream and ATC me the whole time. But I haven't tested that out yet, and if I get that going, we will turn off in-game ATC so that they can't enforce anything or all that, or we don't have to hear them, because I don't want to messing with the in-game ATC along with a live person. Oh, this flight, yeah, it was supposed to be an hour, and I am feeling this one. The only thing, I still have not figured out how to get my alerts to work. I've tried raids, and that doesn't go right. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. On my iPad here, I've got everything pulled up with Stream Manager, and I'm on the web page, so I'm not using an app, unless even on an iPad it is the app form, but I didn't download the app on the iPad. I went directly to the web page, signed in with my account, so I should not have any restrictions on certain things not working, but I feel dumb. I've set up the alerts the way I thought they're supposed to be set up, yet they're not functioning for people coming in and following, or my first time chats. And it's not in my, I don't think there's a way for me to put tags in my stream title when I hit live through the Xbox. But most of the tags, you know, it says Xbox, then it says the game, and then it says blind player, and that doesn't mean as a blind playthrough. I am physically blind, and I'm a player, so. Streaming is, like I always say, streaming is difficult when you've got vision in one eye and you're playing intensive content games where you gotta intensely visually do things like flight sim and train sim, plus pay attention to chat. And I don't know what I'm doing half the time with any of these aircraft. But I would not want to hand fly this even if I did know what I was doing. There is no, as far as I know, there is no autopilot or auto cruise or anything with this. And I'm not one to go look up answers on the internet or watching YouTube videos of how to start up stuff doesn't help me unless someone's talking me through it step by step. Because I don't want to keep pausing a video. And I can't learn that way if I gotta keep pausing some go, okay, they're doing this, they're doing that. I need someone to basically be sitting next to me or on a Discord chat and telling me, okay, step by step. Because they'll be able, hopefully they can see what I'm doing right or wrong or talk them through it better than because I can ask questions, whereas on a YouTube video, if I have a question about something, I can't really do anything.
Beverly Tower, Maddie Lima Alpha India 907 is 10 miles southwest, 1,200 feet, with Alpha to land.
You said 10 miles. I see 7 miles.
Altimeter 299er2, enter left downwind, runway 16.
But then again, we might have to circle.
Make left traffic runway 16, Maddie Lima Alpha India 907.
I'm gonna have to make it my aircraft here in a few minutes. Man, this might be a 4-hour stream today. I have no stream scheduled. Tuesdays and Thursdays are basically the only thing I've scheduled. I do Train Sim World 5 Tuesday morning. I did 2 runs yesterday just because I didn't feel like doing more than 2. And I think I'll do 2 again tomorrow, which might be about a 2-hour stream. And I usually do my streams before noon EST because someone that I adamantly watch their live streams when they're usually on around 1 p.m. So I want to make sure I'm done since I can't raid without a problem. Or without it. For some reason the raid thing doesn't work. Anyway. I could stream every day, but usually, like the other day I tried to do some streams, and I had to stop them and deleted them just because my streams went nope. My in-game plans weren't working at all, and there was no reason to keep the stream up because we didn't accomplish anything. Alright, it looks like the AI is descending us. Whether they're slowing down or not is another, and no, they're not. We're not slowing down at all. Oh, how do I do I don't know when to take control. Because as soon as I take control, we're gonna pick back and to slow down, and we're gonna freak out these people back here that decided to take a helicopter ride instead of a jet. But then again, they're going regional. They went from well, we took off from an airport that is closed. But we're going to a regional airport here, just south. It said we're Quincy, Massachusetts, I think is the nearest town, just southwest of Boston.
Dear passengers, we've just been granted permission to land. Please ensure your seatbelts are securely fastened as we prepare for our arrival. Thank you.
I think I need to let this... I know they're not gonna land. In career mode, you have to handle takeoff and landings. So it's just a matter of when should I take over. Okay, we're just doing the join. Right? Okay, I see. It's my aircraft.
I'm not feeling well, all of this.
Yeah.
It's way too
Yeah.
scary.
Okay. Alright, I think I've got control.
Maddie Lima Alpha, India 9 or 7, wind 129er at Fife, cleared to land runway 16.
Clear to land runway 16. Maddie Lima Alpha India 9 or 7.
Okay. Alright, come on. Yeah, whatever. You know what we still can't fix on here? I still can't fix my sensitivities with my Xbox controller. Well, I've managed to slow us down. Now, can I get us down? Without getting too quick. And without landing hard. Oh. Don't make me redo that. Please spawn me on the ground. I couldn't get back into a hover. You're supposed to be able to hit RB and click right stick at the same time to auto hover for a few seconds.
Maddie Lima Alpha India 9 or 7, you were not cleared to take off.
I'm not taking up, I'm landing, you son of a bitch. You ignoramus.
Maddie Lima Alpha India 9 or 7, you were not cleared to take off.
Since when has my call sign been Maddie through this mission? Alright. Just keep going forward, please.
Maddie Lima Alpha India 9 or 7, you were not cleared to take off.
Oh, shut up. I'm on landing, you dumbass. I hate in-game ATC. It's not good. But I have no choice. What? Oh my god, that was a lot smoother than the last one. Am I gonna get a mission fail again now? Hey, I landed on the runway. That time it was on the runway. Oh my god. trying to be really gentle here. Alright. Alright. Just enough torque. Come on. So apparently I gotta make it to the hold short still. Without taking off. I get there. Well, I didn't land in a designated landing area. Let's get to the tarmac here. I remember this being slightly easier before SU2. Just flying helicopters, period. I mean, I'm glad I did not do the taxi to take off when we had to take off. That was oh god, sorry, that was 1.17 nautical miles. And then I was supposed to taxi all the way up to the other end of the runway to take off. I just turned around and took off. Because that would have been another 1.7. Yes, this, and you should never taxi with a helicopter the way I am, but who the hell cares? It's a game. And as long as I'm not actually destroying the aircraft, Hey, get out of the way! Thought they were gonna fix this traffic issue we keep getting. There we go. Are we done bunny hopping?
Beverly Ground. Maddie Lima Alpha India 907. Taxi to parking.
God, I couldn't imagine if there was
Maddie
wind.
Lima Alpha India 907. Taxi to General Aviation parking using taxiway Bravo Charlie.
Taxiing to General Aviation parking using taxiway Bravo Charlie. Maddie Lima Alpha India 907.
Alright. I gotta be careful I don't pitch too far forward. What are you dinging me for? Did I do a takeoff? Or exceeded taxi? Okay, fine. You say I'm done, huh? Good, because I didn't want to keep taxiing. You know what? I forgot to change lights to taxiing mode. Oh well. Oh. Well, guys, you might have to walk a little bit further than you planned. So, they do the load-in cinematic for a flight. I wish they'd do the onboarding. Alright, let's see the damage. Let's see if we did my average flight rating of a C for the missions. Man. Yeah, I don't know how to ensure this integrity. Yep, 3 crashes. Engine over torque, hard landings, yeah. I thought I got dinged for taxi. Anyway. Oh. A C. We still got my average. How much money are we making off of this? Did we get anything to do a... Oh, 10. I only lost out on $2,000 something. Ooh, that's a big hit though. Alright. How much credit? $15. You know what? We're closing in on 4 hours. Okay, so before we do our next flight, I'm not doing it today now, but we will be spending 10,000 of that 15, and we will get our IFR clearance out of the way, and then I can do live weather. and time. Right, folks, thank you for joining me for this disastrous 4 flights, 2 that we completed. Next time, we will get this out of the cert will be the first thing I do, and then we will rank up some money. Maybe try 4 more flights. Again, I am working on this. I don't care about skydiving. I really don't. But once I've unlocked that, then I know I'm a lot closer to this. And I need 4 more smoothness ratings. Rating above 50. And I probably should keep making sure I'm in a Cessna 172. Just because it's the one I'm most confident in flying. For first flight and flight seeing. And maybe ferry flight. With that said, folks, thanks again for joining me today. Well, like I said, next time we do career mode, part 5, or part 6, we will start with our IFR so we can maybe get some more challenging stuff in which will give us bonuses if I can get a weather bonus. Alright, folks. I've said my links twice throughout this video, but again, you can find me at Matty L. Lynn at YouTube. Matty L. Lynn at Twitch, and Matty L. Lynn _62552 if you want to friend me on Discord. And if you want me, if you're interested in the, interested in joining the invite-only chat channel, drop me a DM in Discord, or put a comment in YouTube. And, I'll work from there, whether you're invited into the group or not. Like I said, I've not even tested it yet to know if it's a viable option for just fooling around with doing ATC without being on a third-party control platform. Because Xbox players were stuck with just the default stuff, and I want to learn and practice how to do calls. So that will be all, folks. I will see you guys tomorrow morning. We'll do 2 runs on the Long Island Railroad and Train Sim World 5, working on my Tier 2 mastery. So, hope to see you there. Alright, goodbye, everybody.